Well, folks, Simulation for the Nation here, and this is something a little bit new to me and something that is getting a little bit too addictive. Welcome to Lawn Mowing Simulator. Now, it's exactly what it says on the tin, folks, but it is very, very addictive. You start by having to buy your first lawnmower. You start in this fictional town here, of which there are many people with many lands that need to be cut. And it's your job to start with your own little mower. You create your own little enterprise here, such as I have done, and you're able to then build up and up and up. Now you'll see that I currently have 3 folks working for me, 2 including myself. So I have 3 mowers. So you're able to kind of build it up a little bit, and you're going to be able to kind of build an empire with all your different mowers in there. But it's actually pretty cool. So what we'll have a quick look through is this is just at our main menu right here. So let's just exit that. So you got a few different options you can play with. First of all is the business mode, the career mode that we're in right now. Or you can just go for a few challenges if you like. You unlock more challenges as you progress through in the career mode. Or just go for a bit of a free mow, really, where you can set up and use any of the mowers that you've unlocked or that you're using so far in the career mode across any of the locations as well. So just go out there and have a blast and see how you get on. So some really nice little locations, actually. Some very good looking mowers, some really nice looking ride-on tractors and zero turns and everything else in between there. So that looks pretty cool. But yeah, let's get into our career mode. We're going to set everything up. I'll show you what that looks like at our end once you're getting everyone set up and away. The different options that you have right now, you can upgrade. You have a depot or a yard. You can upgrade that to acquire more bays. You need 1 bay per vehicle that you're going to have set up. You can move into a bigger place and all in all and just completely transfer across. You can put adverts up in local papers and on social media to get more business coming in, which is great. But we've kind of already done that already. So let's have a look at what we're looking like, shall we? This is our little operation base. Now you can see all the contracts are all these little white boxes along the bottom. The yellow ones are those that I've already assigned folks to work. So I have 2 drivers. I've got Eleanor and I also have Clara. So they're my 2 lawnmower drivers, operators, whatever you like to call them. And they're going to go out and do those work for me. But they'll only be able to do that when you take on a contract as well. So for the purpose of this video, we're going to take on a nice shortish contract so we can book our way through. And we'll show you what that looks like. These are my employees. You can see at the moment I have 2, but there are 4 applicants. If I have a look through the applicants there, you can have apprentices or you can have experienced operators as well. Now the experienced operators obviously cost you a little bit more money, so that's worth considering. But what I really do like, if you look at our current employees, you can opt to train these guys up. You can fire them as well if you really wanted to be that mean, but you can train them up there across all these different levels. Obviously there's a cost to that. I've just upgraded my fleet, so I haven't got much money to do anything yet, so I have to work a couple of contracts down. But yeah, you can train up your team as well, make them a bit more proficient, and I'll show you what that looks like and why you would want to do that as we get on into the game. But the bit I think everyone really wants to see, this is my fleet. I have 2 of these Knight OFS1 mowers and I have 1 zero-turn Patterson. Now this is pretty lethal. It's not quite a zero-turn in the true sense of it, but it does have the same mechanical drive system. It's a little bit unstable to drive actually, I find, but it's got a good mowing width on there, so I have it anyway. But yeah, these Knights are pretty decent. I like these a lot. They're good to wrap out there and they'll cover some ground, and they're pretty nimble, but they have a fairly wide cutting deck there at the 39-inch. But let's have a look at what else you can get, shall we? So there's a few that have been unlocked and that we're ready to go. Some of them are a little bit more expensive there. So this is as we start to really ramp up the price. We have to obviously sell one of our vehicles. But yeah, look at the Patriot Skag there. Well, there's all the Skag Patriot. And then you're moving on into slightly bigger machines, more power, more working with. Some hefty looking bits of equipment there. That will be a good one to go to next, actually, because it's wider than what we currently have, but similar sort of system. And then, yeah, you're getting into the big old boys. Love it. And yeah, some of these we will really try to kind of work towards. You got to obviously make a lot of money to get onto these, so this is what we're striving towards. But yeah, there's a lot of money spent here on mowers. Good lord, 39 grand nearly. So yeah, really good detail, but let's not waste any more time. Let's get stuck on into it, shall you? Now this is available to purchase off of Steam and download if you haven't done so already. But what I need to do, like I say, I'm going to take 60 Covell Street as my job, so I'm going to assign that to me. And that one you can see in the top right corner. This shows where these mowers have already been assigned to. So that's in the contract. That's in the contract. This one is not. So that's mine for the day. I've called myself Jeff because, of course. And we are good to go. 3 contracts we can get done and away with it. This is going to bring us in approximately £1,900, so that's good. Nice little bit of revenue to start the day. And we'll see how it goes here. So there's a couple of different aspects to this. This is the contract job, so you're here in sight. But what you got to do before you start, you have to go for a bit of a walk around. And you have to actually pick up all these different objects that may be strewn all over the grass. I don't want to miss any of these or mow them up even. So I can see another one there. What we're going to get 3. And there. So they're all done. Gives you a little chime. And back you go. And here is your mower. Now you have to service your mowers up. You should really do this in the workshop in the garage there, but I forgot to, so it does give you an option to do it here. If you haven't done that, I'd strongly recommend that you do, because otherwise it will slow you down in... There you go. It will slow you down quite significantly when you get into doing the job. So into the mower we go. There's 3 different camera angles. I am using the Xbox controller. I find it the easiest and the most nimble. You can use keyboard and mouse. It's a bit tricky. It's not too easy to handle. You can see this vehicle should have been repaired because look at the engine condition there. That and vehicle condition, that is going to slow us down a little bit. So we're going to have to think about that one. But let's start up the mower. And away she goes. We need to get it from idle into full throttle. We do so by pressing right on the directional key. You can see you got little helpful prompts there. And off we go. So what we're going to do is start on this little bit here, and then we'll probably just crack on. My trailer looks like it needs some assistance. We're going to crack on, and then we'll probably put a time lapse on to get the other bit done, I would say. But what that does mean, first of all, let's check our brief again here. So we want to have a cut height range of 2 1/8 inches and 2.5 inches. So I can adjust that by, I'm going to lower down my deck. Just below the speed and the fuel gauge in the bottom right corner, you got a cutting height, so I can adjust that. That's currently too low. 2 3/8, I believe is what it said. 2 1/8 and 2.5. Yeah, so we're bang in the middle there, which is good. So now we can fire it up. You'll see it's engaged. Left or right trigger for throttle, and we are off. So what we'll do, I think we'll just take this one. We'll do this little paddock like this. Showing you how it goes, showing you some of the features that you need to watch out for, and then we can flick it on to a bit of a time lapse to get that slightly bigger paddock in the back done. So you'll see there is a little, on the speedometer, there is a little red triangle there. That is your kind of maximum threshold to the engine. If you get above that speed, or if you get above that intake there with the mower deck, it will warn you that you're about to choke out the engine, and it'll also stop you from actually being able to cut grass properly. It'll start to miss bits. But it's a nice little environment, this actually. I need to concentrate on what I'm doing there, Sim. It is visually it looks very good indeed. I really do like how it looks. And yeah, it's pretty darn cool. But yeah, it's not much to it. It's obviously just mowing grass at the end of the day there, but you know, it's quite peaceful. So we flick out of that mode and we flick into, this is more of a bird's eye view mode, which is quite nice. Let's just see how you go. You gotta be careful as well when you're turning, that you don't turn too aggressively and too quickly, because you can and you will damage the ground, which means that you'll get fined for it. You can also damage plants if you try too hard, and all these bills will be coming into you, so which all gets taken off your pay at the end. So you want to be careful there. But yeah, this little bit's not going to take too long to do. You can see with the Xbox controller, you can just move around the camera as well, taking the lovely neighborhood that we're in as you go. And then what we'll do is just button ourselves up to there. I want to get in a bit closer so I can see what I'm doing here. There you are. Don't hit the plants. Wonderful stuff. And then if you hit anything or cause any damage or destroy the ground, it will pop up with a little warning saying it, or an alarm really saying that you've done so underneath the progress bar, which you can see in the top right corner. That's showing me so far we've got 14.3% of this contract done in just over 3 minutes there, which is not too bad. Obviously, the larger the mower you get, the quicker you can complete a contract. However, It will pay to have a smaller one on your fleet, if only because some of the jobs you won't be able to get a bigger one into. So you gotta keep that in mind, really. Let's get this last little bit here. I've just knocked off the deck as we cruise around the corner. So this one you can still get a fairly large bit of equipment in it. There's no denying that. And this is our little garden here. So what we're gonna do is just lower that down, fire it up. Now it's telling me that we're already cutting at the wrong height, so we'll just put it to that because I accidentally pressed the height buttons there. If you scalp the ground, you will get docked pretty severely here, which is always fun. As you can see, we've got a bit more of a flower bed to fall around here, so you got to just take your time, work your way through, and then you're good. But it's very easy to build up. It is quite a grind. You've really got to kind of stick through it all and work up from one machine. And I've spent about 2 or 3 hours on here so far, and you know, being able to get some good jobs done, get a loan as well, so we could get some more equipment in and start to rake in some bigger contracts, which is what I wanted to do because I wanted to try some of the newer mowers, some of the bigger mowers as well. So we'll just get this little bit in the corner done here, and then what we'll look to do is, as we sneak around the corner of that shed there, hopefully without causing too much damage. There you go. We will, yeah, we'll hopefully get a nice little fleet. There's some bigger mowers there. There are actually some very large fields that you could get into as well. So a lot of money to be made here. Who knew? Who knew? All right, around we go that way. And then that is pretty much our route complete. So we'll just, I'm just doing the outside round here, paying a little bit more attention to it. We'll fire it, we'll get this all completed. And then we'll take you into a different mode there. We'll show you some of the different bits of equipment as well. And then we'll show you what it looks like post-contract as well, so you can see how much money we're actually going to make here. Because that's what it all comes down to, the pounds and the pence at the end of it all. So let's get cracking.
Set myself aside, lead the way on this trial. If you don't know the way, we can stop and make a change. I know we walk for days, losing hope, fading love. This night will be okay, waking up to another day. Set myself aside, lead the way on this trial. If you don't know the way, we can stop and make a change. I know we walk for days, losing hope, fading love. This night will be okay, waking up to another day.
All right, and so we've left with this tiny little strip just to finish off. You can see that bit there is where the mower struggled when the HUD in the bottom right corner goes to a red color. It means that it just can't handle the volume of grass that's going to about stall the engine out. So if it does that, then you'll get a rough finish, which you can go back over and tidy up. But we'll just try and show you that again here if we can by getting some speed. You see that arrow goes all the way up to the top there, and then when it hits that red little warning arrow or that measuring arrow, it will start to vibrate or shake if you're using the controller. Yeah, we've covered some ground. So the few things you may have seen in the time lapse there, if you hit a wall, it will shudder and it'll tell you it'll make a loud noise, but it won't actually weirdly cause any damage, which is interesting. Probably does damage your vehicle, but it doesn't damage the customer's wall, which is I guess a good thing. Certainly is, given the way I've been driving today. So we're currently 99.2%, which means a little bit left, so a little bit around the edges like this. You want to kind of revisit there just to make sure you have it all. Bang! Crashed into something there. Let's get this bit around here as well. Oop, hit a few plants. Get that bit. It's a little bit fiddly as to when it determines that you've damaged the plant and when you haven't. Because I mean, I think I would have damaged them all there at that point. But hey ho, let's just keep plugging this through. We'll get this. Have I missed that bit there entirely? Yes. Cool. .4. Worst case, I do believe there was a bit out the front there that we missed, but we should go and get it all here. To finish off the contract there, you simply just have to drive back onto the trailer, and then magically that trailer reappears at your yard with your mower on. No one nicks it or anything, which is good. Let me know if you've already had the chance to download and dabble on this. I think it's pretty interesting. It's a nice idea. You know, I think it's got some legs to it for sure, and it's something that definitely hasn't been thought of or looked at before there, which is cool. There you go, cut and complete. So now we're just going to knock off the mower, lift it up. That's done there. Now you can see this mower's going to have to go back into the yard where we'll have to give it a good service up there because it's seen better days. But we'll just sneak it into here. Would it be nice to see like a truck or a trailer or a van or something pull in this trailer, but it's not too important, I guess. And there you go. So contract done. You're going to click A, and then it's going to load into all of the other contracts there. So you can see there are 3 to review. So this is the one that I did, and then you hit A. So we made £283 off that one. Not too bad. Collisions cost us £3. And then ground damage was 53 pence, and vehicle maintenance off this whole thing is £53. So, you know, it's not too bad. We'll go next. And then, so we also did Kingsbury House there. So we made £391 off that one, which is great. It seems like we did, we got a bonus for our ground check-ins, which is always nice. So that's pretty good. We got a cut-in time bonus as well. Excellent stuff. So speed is the key, but also you don't want to go too quickly where you might cause some more damage. Otherwise, you're going to lose all that money. And then, yeah, we made $11.74 off of this contract here. So again, another stellar bit of work. So we're going to accept all of those. Accept. All right. So now we are sitting pretty at just under £2,000, which means you can look into various different contracts there. You can see the contracts have refreshed. So we've got a nice little line. What I like to do, and it depends upon your playing style, of course, I would quite often stick one the hired or one of my employees on the bigger gigs, because that's going to take some time, and then I would work on one of the smaller ones, and that's a surefire way to get some quick money coming in. But we're not going to look at that for now. What we will do is go through to our garage. Let's start to do a little bit of maintenance, shall we? Let's look at the statistics. That's driven 4,800 yards. It's been going for an hour. It's got quite a bit of grass, actually. It's in square yards for some reason, but okay. It's starting to earn its keep as well. It's in £1,100, so that's pretty cool. But what we'll do, some of the mowers you can add attachments onto as well, which is kind of neat. We're going to do a full repair there. We're gonna fully repair the engine, which was at 53%. Let's get some new blades on there as well. And let's top up that fuel. Wonderful. We'll go back. We'll have a look at this one. Ooh, attachments. Sharp. Mulching deck, please. Actually, no, we don't need that. But it's interesting to know that it's there. I like it. Good looking mower, that one, actually. Like I say, a little bit fiddly to drive, but good nonetheless. Full repair. Full repair. Excellent. And then that one hasn't done quite so much, but it's starting to make some money, so that's good. You can sell vehicles and you can also part exchange them, which is pretty cool. So for me, I've got a full garage lineup. Obviously, I would need to sell one to bring in something new. This allows me to do just that. So you'd part exit for any of these different machines. So that would be the next step up for us there, really. But we'll not look into that in too much detail just now. Let's have a look at this one. The best way to look at this is very much like the drivers on ETS, ATS as well. Works in a very similar way, but it's pretty neat. Now let's go back and we're going to exit out of here. We're going to save because we're going to have a look at some of these challenges. I mentioned challenges, professional challenges. Interesting. I mean, what are these? Council have contracted us with mowing Weaver Square today and someone forgot to refuel the mowers. Rookie mistake. But it should be just enough to get the job done. Oh, okay, I see. And that one is to do it inside a time limit. Fuel. Okay. Interesting. You know what? We're gonna give that one a go because it's on a mower that I haven't used yet. So let's jump on in. We'll have a look at this one and we'll see how it goes. But that is essentially mowing simulator or lawn mowing simulator. Pretty cool. I do think it's pretty unique there. So let me know what you think of it. If you downloading it, if you've had it playing, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the visuals as well. Visually, it looks stunning in my opinion. There, the grass looks fantastic. Sure know of a few games that could really benefit from having a similar sort of engine there. But yeah, look how that grass is moving. It does look very, very good. And yeah, we've got 23 minutes. 23 minutes. Good lord. So we're gonna have to be pretty efficient with this one. So let's see how we get on, shall we? I think we're gonna do a couple of headlands and then we'll try and blitz the middle and then figure out the trees after it. So let's see. No pickup or anything. We're just gonna jump straight on into the trip. All right then. Does it give me a cut height of 5.3 inches? Let's crank up the throttle. Cut range of it wants to be cut around 2.5 ish. Oh my. What I like about this, look at the mower deck changing. That's pretty cool. Was it 2 3/4? Yeah, that'll do. Alright then folks, well, it looks like we're away. Oh no, I messed up here. 2 3/4. Cool. No time like the present, and away we go. Oh lord, this is quick. Good heavens. So you can see how quick this is there. It's rapid. Okay, gotta be careful here. Don't want to clatter off this side. We're gonna try and get a couple of headlands done. Give us some space. There's a crash on the fence. This is 0 turn, like I say, so you do have a space to be able to wing it around on there when you get to the end. A nice wide-ish mowing deck on here as well, which is great. Love to see a bit of that. Well folks, there you go, Lawn Mowing Simulator. It is quite something. We're going to blast away with this challenge and see how we get on. If you have enjoyed it, let me know what you think. And it will be available to download on Steam right about now. Go and enjoy, get stuck on into it. I know I am, and it's been it's quite a challenge, and it's getting a little bit addictive. But for now, this is all for me. Simulation for the Nation. We'll be back with more regular content throughout the course of this weekend. We will see you all then. Until next time, do stay safe. Enjoy what you're doing as always, and good Lord, happy mowing.